Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. Well, if you've been keeping up with the channel, most of you guys know that I've been trying to build a shop or a garage for the last several years, but it's just never happened. It was either because material prices went through the roof, inflation drove up labor cost, I've had a lot of issues with zoning in the city, and truly, I just didn't have enough money. Well, since then, I've been busting my tail trying to go through and do a lot of research, prep the land by myself, find the right builder, and truly get a little nest egg of money. Well, all that hard work has finally paid off because today we finally break ground on the shop and the patio. I mean, this is a good day. Well, after all these years, I'm finally getting my dream shop, and I'd say one of the most stressful things in the whole process was trying to find the right builder or contractor. A lot of folks are just going to go on the internet and try to find a construction company with a lot of great reviews, and that's fine, but some of the bigger companies out there have lots of crews, so just because your neighbor got a nice building out of the deal doesn't mean the next crew ain't going to screw everything up. Also don't like the big companies because a lot of times these estimators roll up in a $100,000 truck to give you a bid. And if they're making that much money, that's the companies that I try to avoid. Now my buddy Brian, he drives over a 20-year-old Ford diesel pickup. His Bobcat and trailer are pretty beat up, but I don't care about the machinery. I care about his work quality. And we've used this guy before for driveways. My neighbors had several buildings put up by him, and he's vetted. You know, it's all about the craftsmanship. So if you see a neighbor getting a garage built, you know, run by their house and say, hey, do you like that company? Was it a fair price? Or is it a good crew? I mean, truly, the word of mouth is probably the best way you can hire people. So let's get started. Yeah, see? Old dirty stuff. And it all begins. This is where the future shop will go. Outstanding. Well, I've got the form started for the retaining wall that we need to extend to keep all that water from ending up back here at the house on the low side. It's gonna be pretty nice. Well, you never know what you're gonna uncover when you dig stuff up. But this is an old quarter pounder with cheese, old styrofoam container from McDonald's. I'm guessing from 1988 when the house was built. This is pretty wild. Well, the guys are going out and shooting grade, trying to make sure we get this patio leveled out right. Walls up, ready for some concrete over there. Girls are playing hard. Quite a bit of work so far. And the pad's starting to come together. Not too shabby. comes the first concrete truck. I don't think they're ready for him yet, but hey, not my problem. Well, I stand corrected. They were ready. I don't know how they're working so fast. They've only been here 2.5 hours to get that retaining wall ready, get the pad site prepped, and here they go with the first scoop of concrete. Cement truck leaving, dump truck coming in. Well, when the cable line's not where it's supposed to be, it tends to get chopped in half with the bucket. So no worries, it's only Friday afternoon. Now we have no internet, the girls are home from school, and Dad's the bad guy. Perfect. So we're trying to go through and regrade the yard to get that water flowing to the west like it should, instead of pooling up here where the new patio is gonna be. And these guys are sweet. They became cable guys and spliced in and patched the line. What do you think, kid? Think Mom's gonna be mad when she sees her backyard today?
No, you know, it's just a few piles up there. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that? Yeah, we pretty much demolished it. Less to mow. Here's your new wall. See it? Pretty cool, isn't it? Well, I'm tearing up another one of Mom's flower beds so we can go through and get positive grade away from the house here. Yeah, she's gonna be happy. So let's see all the carnage. That's what I've got left of the wife's flower bed. We got this side of the house all backfilled and graded properly, so hopefully we don't have any foundation issues over here. Huge heaping gaps in the fence now, so I gotta let the dog out on a leash until we finish things up, or I get to Home Depot for some snow fence. Flower bed's gone, got that all graded properly. But this looks a little bit different than it did this morning. So they started prepping the pad for the shop floor and did a ton of grade work trying to get water flowing in the right direction. Use the transit shot grade. I think we got everything moving the right way until we start pouring the rest of the concrete. They got the retaining wall. It's in, it's up. Pulled the forms off of it. And then we prepped for the patio. So they got a lot of stuff done today. Oh yeah, and they got me hooked back up with the cable. Super important for a holiday weekend. So we have the internet. I can tell you, the wife isn't super stoked that our backyard doesn't look like a park anymore. Whoops. Well, that's gonna do it for day number 1 of the shop build, and I gotta tell you, 12 hours was exhausting. I tried keeping up with these guys to like show off, and that was stupid. My feet are killing me. As soon as they drove off, I just laid down in the yard for a few minutes. Now, unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to come back for a couple weeks. They just happen to have an opening in their schedule today, so they wanted to get started. Luckily, that gives me, or unluckily, that gives me more time to keep prepping for them. Well, if you guys haven't, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you're following along. 74,000 more days and I'll have my shop. Well, I appreciate your time, and Thanks for watching.